Hello and welcome to another video in quick succession on the Gegenpress. And yes, I apologize for having been producing boot videos for a while, but hopefully this one that we have today more than make up for it. So if you've seen my previous video, we spoke about football jerseys and I teased this one coming up. And there we go. We have, which might very well be Lionel Messi's final ever World Cup boot. This is the F50, the final dance, Ultimo Tango, the F50 shoes that Lionel Messi will be wearing at the 2026 World Cup in the US of A. So before we go to the boot, let's go quickly on the packaging and how it's being shipped. In front of us here is the box. The box is very straightforward, but then again, it is unique. It's got the Messi logo in front. It's got El Ultimo Tango on this part here. At the back, sorry about the angle, but they have that Messi bit over there. The box is very, very solid, very sturdy. I got these shoes in my standard size 7 UK, 7.5 US. And for Japan, it's 255 centimeters. I normally wear 260 for my Mizunos, but after checking and comparing my feet and the fit at the store, 7 UK fits best. So if it's your true to size, 260 Mizuno, 255 Adidas should fit. So this is how it looks inside. It's very, very standard, very bare. My only complaint would be they don't include any additional insoles or what you call that, laces, or even what else they normally include, stickers and stuff like that. But they did include this duffel bag, which I'll show to you in a bit. Let me get this box aside. The cool thing about the shoe is that it's priced at a normal elite Adidas, whether it's the F50s or Predator. So I bought it for, well, my wife paid for it because this was a gift. So it was a standard elite Predator is Malaysian ringgit 1,199, and this one retails at the same price. So if you're hunting for a football boot, just go for it. I mean, this is going to be an iconic pair down the road. Moreover, if Messi does really well in this World Cup. But before that, let's go quickly. It's a very standard drawstring bag. Well, with that written there, Ultimo Tango. If someone is a big Messi fan, this is definitely going to be one of those collectible, hard to get items. So if you want to, get it for keepsake, it's worth it. But that aside, let's get to the shoes. So I got this pair last week. I managed to sneak in a quick session before this review. So I have a decent amount of feel to it. The effects, the fit, and everything. But let's go through it first. So this is very, very close to what Messi wore in 2006, I think, his first ever Tune-It. And it looks good. I mean, you can tell from the looks of it, it does stand out. I think you've been seeing those recent walkout videos that Messi did for the World Cup, where everyone else is wearing pink shoes. He's the only one wearing a white and blue one, which adds more to the aura. You don't really see it when he's on the field, but once you get it close up, you can see those gold accents. Under certain lighting conditions, they look black, which looks really, really good, actually. And even though some might say gold on football boots might look gaudy, this is very similar to what we get with the Tiempo, the recent Tiempos, where there's a bit of hint of gold there, but it's still able to look really, really classy. The main talking points for the shoes would be definitely this tongue here, which we'll talk about in a bit. The studs are very standard to what you get with an F50. Not much talk there. I like the fact that you have these little 2 mini studs, for toe push in front. I like that. The heel cup fits really, really well. The back of the heel, it cups in my feet just nice. I would say this is probably the comfiest F50 you can get in the market. Definitely not the lightest, definitely not the, if you're going for an F50 that is ball touch, you know, it's more towards the feel of the ball, the thin ones, this is not it. But I would say this is a very, very good hybrid between a standard Copa and an F50. Imagine a Copa Icon 3 maybe. Made a kit with an F50 and you get a very comfortable speed boot, but at the same time still it is very protective. So now we're going towards this part, this lace cover here, which is held down by Velcro. 3 points of Velcro, 1, 2, 3 here. Once you fold it in, it keeps the laces protected. I'm not much of a, you know, I don't really have an issue with the laces, because the way I put my laces is always the you know, those leather sort where it's across so it doesn't really bulge. But this one works very well. It does not affect. I don't think I'm going to change the way the laces are put. It fits very well when I put my foot in. There's no slippage. I do wear grip socks most times, but in this one I don't think I would need it, but doesn't hurt. I like the way the inside soles looks. The finishing looks really good. There you see Light Strike Pro, the Messi logo, the gold accents all over, and this cage here which helps keep the structure of the shoe. If you've seen some reviews already online, they would say getting, how to put it, adjusting your feet might be an issue. Moreover, since the way it is constructed, the laces go only towards this instead of like a deep one. I don't feel that. I think, yes, I get their point, but the bit here, the part here, I think it's the way it is constructed, because you'd notice this is slightly on the narrower side. It grips the feet well. The cage that we've seen in here, once you pull it in, you pull the laces in, it keeps your feet in place. So I don't see that as much of an issue. The surface up here, it might look smooth and everything, but on controlling the ball, you do feel the ability to actually put some spin to it, control it. And the fact that it's padded, if you're handling a ball coming from the top, cushioning it does, you know, it's wonderful. It does wonders. It is, if I'm not mistaken, this is made from Hybrid Touch 2.0. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments, but it does feel a lot like what we get on the Predators. My only gripe with this would be, when you play this, okay, I'm the sort where the boots that I buy, I wear them. I don't just put them on a shelf, put them in an acrylic box and become shelf queens. I wear them, right? So I wore this literally the same day I bought it. And because of that, laugh all you want, this part, it's very, very hard to take off the scuff marks. I might need to sit down a bit just to do a bit like small brushing here to get this black scuff marks off, but it's not the sort that you can just wipe off. You might need some alcohol rubs or small brush to wipe them off, but just be warned. By the way, I haven't mentioned that once you flip up this lace cover, you can see it's written there, Football and Family, and Messi's logo from the Teen Guys era can be seen in here. Fit wise, I normally wear a size 7 UK for my Mizunos. For my Adidas, I do wear size 7 UK as well. But there is a discrepancy between the sizing for Adidas and Mizuno shoes, because for Mizuno's, size 7 is 260 centimeters. For Adidas, it's 255. So do take that into consideration. And while I would say if you're buying this online, you're unable to try it in the shop, getting the true to size is the way to go. Still highly recommend it. Give it a go in the shop, and bring a sock, because the tightness in the front might actually change. Because when I was wearing this, I started wearing it 7 size. I wore it in 7 UK and it says 255. I was tempted in upsizing it because I felt a bit tightness there, and then I realized the length of it is for size 7 UK. So if I went as half a size up, it's gonna be a bit too long for me already. So give or take, there is obviously this boot is not custom made for myself. So if you are a size 7 UK, get a size 7 UK. The adjustments is negligible. I don't think that bit of space that you're gonna get at the front of the shoe is gonna affect the overall quality of your playtime and comfort with this shoe. Speaking of comfort, when I mentioned earlier, oh, I still have one of those rubber pellets there. When I mentioned about this being probably the most comfortable F50 shoe, I am not kidding, because all this padding that you get inside keeps your heel intact. There's no slippage, especially on this part, and I don't even need to change it to the runner's loop, and that's how good it is. And at the end of the day, the aesthetics and the price. So it is selling for 1199. If I say it wrong here, I'll probably put it up. I'll put it in comments. But if I'm correct, that's the actual price. It's actually much cheaper than what you're gonna get with its equivalent at Nike, which I think is going for 1399, like much more expensive on what's being sold for Nike's World Cup packs. So there you go. If you're hunting for an F50, it's a no-brainer in getting this one. Even though if you're not a Messi fan, this boot will go. I guarantee you, this boot will go down the years as one of those, what you call it, Josh from football reviews for soccer boot reviews for you, and GA Mike, whatever. In 5-10 years, they're gonna be talking about this one, about asking for a remake, asking for a recolor or a return of this boot, because it is that good. Some might complain about this being bulky. I don't really feel it, to be honest, because I'm used to be wearing the comfort style of shoe, especially like, my Mizuno Morelias, and more recently the one I really like from Nike, right? This one. So when people say, oh, it's a speed boot which is kind of bulky, it's a relative term. If you want to compare with your standard F50s, of course it's kind of bulky, but you are sacrificing comfort. But if comfort you're looking for, uniqueness you're looking for, and obviously something that's going to be very, very iconic down the years, and obviously looks, this is a 10 out of 10. And let's focus quickly at the bottom here, where you can see El Ultimo Tango written down there. I don't think this is gonna peel over time, because if I'm not mistaken, that glossy bit is under the plastic rather than over it, unlike the one that we got on let me get quickly the Phantom 6s here, which you can tell from, it's been worn already. But easily said, these two shoes in the past 12 months are the prettiest ones out there. If you're a fashion guy, fashionista and whatnot, you like to put a bit of you're not just playing good, you want to look really good on the field. I think these two shoes are the best ones to get already. You stand out, perform really well, and the shoes perform really well. So is this my new favorite Adidas? By far, yes. I am a Predator guy. I've always been a Predator guy. Not much into F50s. I thought I would not sacrifice comfort for speed. And this is perfect middle ground. Yes, you'd be missing a bit of those grippiness from the Predator, or that raised weave that you get from the Phantom 6s. But everything considered, this is a very, very good shoe to get. If you are getting one in 2026, this is a legit shout to be considered. So that's all for today. Let me know what you think of this football boot. I think it's really, really good. Would you get it? Do you think it's too expensive, or do you have another suggestion? And don't mind telling me which World Cup boot that Messi wore is the best looking one over the years. And appreciate the likes. If you haven't subscribed, drop a subscribe. Helps us a lot to produce more videos, and also motivation to put out more videos down the road. Any comments or disagreements, comment section is right down below. I try to reply to them as often as possible. or at least respond to them. And any suggestions, drop them a line. I'll try to create more videos. I'll probably be creating a video on the final 32, the round of 32 for the World Cup coming soon. But I need to create some time for myself for that. So until the next video, thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.